And because there's a lot of them, yeah. Like, let's go back. They're like the ants of the big people world. That was a weird thing to say, wasn't it? Like, you can't, if a bear decides you lunch, you lunch. What's up, squad? It's your squid. You know what the video is about from the title and the thumbnail. Let's just get straight into it.
Number 10. Grizzly bear.
Grizzly bears, yeah. 100%.
Brown bears have a fearsome reputation to go with their physical prowess and outstanding natural weight.
This is, bears are one of the things, right? Okay, so I'll explain a little bit before we get into it, right? I'm an Australian immigrant. I moved here, I'm an American immigrant from Australia, and I moved here in 2019, and one of the most common things that people talk to me about is like Steve Irwin and all the shit that can kill you in Australia, right? And it's like, I say every time, you know what I mean? Like, there's poisonous spiders and like snakes and stuff, I guess. Like, other than crocodiles though, there's not really big things that can fuck you up. Like, and you know, like you go, you stomp on it and it's dead, you know. And in here, a fucking bear, like, you can't. If a bear decides you lunch, you lunch, you know. Like, there's no fucking two ways about it. You can't outrun a bear, you can't outclimb a bear, you can't outswim a bear. You're fucked, you know. Like, you can't just stomp on it like a redback, you know. Like, so.
Grizzly.
That being at number 10 is a bit mental, but alright.
Found in the US. These include the Ursus arctos horribilis. Or
Horribilis. If it has horribilis in its name.
And Kodiak bears.
Kodiak, yeah, okay, they're fucking gnarly.
Eponymous archipelago. The latter rivals the polar bear.
Well, if horrible is in your name,
Kodiak bears have been known to weigh over 1,500 pounds, which is almost as heavy as the average bull, as evident
that's
from
crazy.
the prominent muscular hump on their shoulders.
Oh, like a Brahma bull.
Moreover, they have massive canines,
massive teeth, claws, they'll fuck you up. Yeah, in short, a bear will fuck you up. Alright?
As a grizzly stands up on its hind legs, it will often use its superior strength to take down a victim.
Yeah, just squash you and then disembowel you.
Which is most likely a disarming technique. Confrontations between humans and grizzly bears can occur as a result of hunting, as well as camping. They have a phenomenal sense of smell.
Yeah, yikes. I'm starting to get scared just sitting here. Like,
several reports of campers
I'm fairly certain there are no bears in Niagara Falls, New York.
Grizzlies. Conditioning the bears to campsite food can accustom them to human presence, thus increasing the likelihood of future attacks.
Jesus.
Number 9. Spiders.
Spiders, yeah, they don't really scare me all that bad.
Widows
Spiders are spiders. It's like, whatever.
Share an entry on our list as the most
Black widows are like a redback, you know? It is what it is.
Black widows, distinguishable by the red hourglass mark on their abdomens, are the most fearsome by reputation. They'll sometimes devour their partners after mating and own highly toxic venom. The illness
it'll fuck you up.
Black widow infestation
it'll fuck you up.
Atrodectism. It's described by pain, vomiting, and muscle rigidity. Contrary to popular belief, the condition is rarely fatal for humans. The brown recluse spider, although only slightly larger than a US penny, is quite dangerous in its own right.
Yeah, okay. Only slightly larger than a penny. Oh, that's brutal.
Tissue necrosis.
Okay.
Severe lesions can become infected.
So I got a huntsman in my house once back home in Australia. Huntsmen are huge, right? But they're relatively fucking harmless. In fact, if there's a huntsman in your house, like, there's not many other bugs, because it'll chase them down. It's called a huntsman because it's, like, really fast. It runs at them like it's the cheetah of the spider world, you know what I mean? Like, Cougars, yeah, okay, mountain lions.
Mountain lions have the widest distribution of any wild animal
they're like,
in the Americas.
Oh, the widest distribution? I was about to say they're like in the south, aren't they?
Are found across 16 states.
Oh, okay, mostly in the east, though. So, I mean west, not east, yeah.
Average about.
That's alright, I'm in the east. Cougars aren't going to fuck me up.
200 pounds. Even though that's about
big fuck off cats.
Average American male, the difference in power is considerable. Relative to its size, the cougar has the largest paws and hind legs found within the feline family. This enables it to perform outstanding leaps and reach
huge
speeds of up to 50 miles per hour.
Yikes, fuck that.
Which
I wouldn't outrun that.
Faster than a greyhound.
Faster than a greyhound, huh?
Also swim
there you go.
Apt climber. A cougar's muscular body is perfectly designed for grasping and holding large prey.
Like a leopard sort of thing.
By the retractable claws on its paws.
Or a cheetah, or any big cat.
Are rare, but have seen an increase in recent years, mainly due to expansion into the cougar's natural range.
I was about to say, like, all the new developments and stuff.
Attack if cornered, or if a human triggers its chase instinct, typically by turning their back and running away. An attack usually involves a bite to the neck, in which the animal tries to sink its teeth between the vertebrae.
And then just drag you off to eat you.
Children are at greatest risk of getting ambushed by a cougar, and the least likely to survive an attack. Number 7.
Well, yeah, the kid, like, seems like a fairly obvious statement.
And strongest member
Wait,
of the
what was
Canada,
it? The wolf?
greatest risk of getting ambushed by a cougar, and the least likely to survive an attack.
I feel like that's the case with any of these animals.
Grey wolf.
Grey wolf, alright. What's the difference between grey wolf and any other type of wolf? I just thought they were just wolves.
The Canidae family. The grey wolf was a mandatory introduction to our list. Its teeth are specialized for crushing bone, and its slender...
Do you reckon, though, that, like... Do you reckon that a cougar and a wolf are worse than a fucking grizzly bear, though? Like at number 10, like, he had a... Maybe it's flipped, I don't know, like... But yeah, like, I mean, they're plenty dangerous. I'm not trying to say I could, like, fucking take one or anything, but you know what I mean, like...
Although dangerous enough on its own, the wolf is notable.
I mean, I guess he'd know more than I would, so...
Cooperative hunting. A pack of 15 wolves, for example, is capable of taking down an adult moose.
Fuck, alright, yeah, that makes sense.
Deer species can easily grow to be 15 times heavier than an individual
Yeah, like moose.
wolf.
We don't have anything like a moose in Australia, you know, like...
North America has also seen a number of wolf attacks. The most recent fatality occurred in 2010 in Alaska, when a young woman was killed while jogging. There's an argument that most wolf attacks are the result of an individual animal suffering from rabies. Nevertheless, wolf management programs from the United States Wildlife Service describe them as opportunistic hunters that will attack humans if given the chance.
Alright, that makes sense.
Throughout the years, encounters with hunters, shepherds, and ranchers have caused wolves to develop a fear of approaching humans.
Probably understandable if you think about it.
Warn against actions that may encourage wolves to be in the
Fuck, I'm fearful of humans, and I am one.
may lead to an increase in violent encounters. Number 6. Arizona bark scorpion.
A scorpion, I was thinking about maybe something like that might come in.
Centauroids sculpturatus is North America's most
Bark
venomous
scorpion.
These creatures prefer riparian areas, meaning that they're found on land adjacent to rivers or streams.
Alright.
The popularity of irrigated lawns and other man-made water systems have led to an increase of scorpion populations in residential
Oh, that's
areas.
creepy. Isn't it?
Symptoms associated with the Arizona bark scorpion sting can last from 24
2 to 3 days, fuck
hours.
that.
They include intense pain,
Oh, like 1 to 3, but you know what I mean.
convulsions, or temporary dysfunction of the
Oh,
affected
fuck
area.
that.
The pain is so intense that victims reported experiencing
I'm sure Coyote Peterson has done a video of him fucking getting bitten by one.
Fatalities are rare. They are
I'm sure it'll be on YouTube. I'll put a link there if there is. But
children, the elderly, or people with
fuck
compromised
that
immune
shit.
systems. In Arizona, thousands of people are reportedly stung by the scorpion.
Probably won't actually be a link. Might be a screenshot or whatever.
5. Bull shark. With the Atlantic Ocean
bull
on the
shark?
east coast and
Okay.
the Pacific Ocean in the west, the U.S.
The Australian in me is like, it's not a great white.
Every year. While the great white receives the brunt of the notoriety, there's an equally, if not more, dangerous shark.
Alright, it's like he heard me. He's like, shut up,
Oceanic
dickhead.
relatives. Bull sharks are able to thrive in freshwater systems as well.
That's creepy.
This makes them particularly dangerous when considering the U.S.'s sprawling riverways.
Yeah.
Bull sharks
Creepy.
have been found up the Mississippi River.
Fuck off. Really?
Ocean. They were also spotted in the Ohio River
Nah,
and
bro.
Maryland's Potomac River. These creatures have pound per pound the most powerful bite of all the shark species.
Yeah, nah.
There's a combination of factors.
Catch me not swimming in the rivers here then, I guess.
towards humans. It's not only about bite force and size. Even though
Yeah,
females
they'll just
average
fucking
roughly
jack you up, you know? Like, they'll be
about as
like...
much as the typical sumo wrestler. Bull sharks are territorial, temperamental, and have no tolerance for provocation.
Alright, so they see you and they're like,
might have
let's
even
go,
been
bitch.
responsible for the infamous Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916, which served as an inspiration for the novel Jaws.
Well, there you go.
Number 4, rattlesnake.
The more you know.
By recent estimates,
Rattlesnakes,
there are
alright.
roughly 7,000 to 8,000 snake bites.
See, is that more scary than a bear?
in the States every year.
I don't know if we're going by scary. We're going by...
Anti-venom
Yeah, the
has led
venom.
to significantly less fatalities than in the past. Snake attacks are disproportionate in the country, with the majority of them occurring in warm weather states such as Texas and Florida. Among the various venom and serpents found across
that rattle is pretty ominous though, isn't it?
16 rattlesnake species. These creatures are so dreaded that a timber rattlesnake was once put on a flag to motivate infantry forces. During the American Revolution, the Continental Marines...
Was that Don't Tread on Me flag? Or?
That was coiled and ready to strike.
There we go.
Beneath it were the words, "Don't tread on me." These snakes are distinguishable by the rattle at the end of their tail. It's made of interlocked keratinous segments which vibrate against one another when the snake contracts certain tail muscles. This produces a distinctive rattling sound that acts
creepy as fuck.
a deterrent to predators and as a warning to humans. The western diamondback and the eastern diamondback are the species responsible for most snake bites.
That explains why the baseball team are called that.
The latter is known as the most venomous snake in North America and owns
I'm getting chills.
of any rattlesnake species.
Fuck that shit.
Number 3.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Deer may sound less terrifying than other animals on Earth.
Yeah, like bears and shit.
Statistically speaking,
Bears and
a
sharks.
number of species weigh.
They would fuck you up though if they wanted
The
to.
mass to trample people to death.
And because there's a lot of them, yeah. Like, let's go back.
Which,
They're like the ants of the big people world. That was a weird thing to say, wasn't it?
Deer may
Like,
sound less terrifying than other
there's lots of
animals,
them,
but
is my point.
Statistically speaking, they're the deadliest. A number of species weigh several hundred pounds and certainly possess the mass to trample people to death.
Yeah, yikes.
Males own majestic antlers, some of which are several feet across and definitely capable of inflicting severe
Yeah, like
injuries.
whack. See you later.
Fatal antler stabbings or brutal trampling isn't what makes the deer the deadliest creatures in the country. Most
Hitting him with
choose
a
to
car.
run away from humans.
Hitting him with a car.
Engage them. That's actually the crux of the matter. As deer move across their range, they end up on roadways or highways.
That's why they're
among
dangerous.
vehicles. In the US, this type of
That's like
collision
kangaroos in
causes
Australia.
200 human deaths and roughly $1 billion in property damage every year.
We had a guy I went to
So
school with that we
widespread.
used to call Qantas because he hit a kangaroo with his car and it left a big kangaroo indent in his car, and Qantas is the national airline of Australia and it has a big kangaroo tail on it. I guess you kind of had to be there, but yeah.
The idea of being surprised and caught like a deer in the headlights has become a saying. While easier to avoid during the day,
Oh, that's
deer
sad.
are particularly difficult to spot at dusk or dawn. Habitat fragmentation is a considerable factor in the rise of deer vehicle collisions. Today's topic was requested by Instagram follower at RyanThompson5499.
Yeah, right.
If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know.
Check out, as always, there's a link in the description.
Follow us on Instagram.
If you want to go and watch the video that is in a small screen there
American bison.
and not my reaction.
The American bison is North America's largest land animal.
Yeah, right.
Nature's equivalent of a gigantic battering ram.
Fun fact, the first guy to ever dig up a Triceratops skull thought he was digging up a bison. Imagine the fucking, like, shit that would go through your head. Like what the fuck is it? What the fuck is this? Like, those are my favourite type of thoughts from history, you know what I mean? Like,
Bison.
think he's digging up a bison, ends up digging up a big fucking three-horned
North America's
thing.
largest land animal and nature's equivalent of a
With a
gigantic
fucking,
battering ram.
like,
Its charge, a devastating combination of mass and speed, is powerful enough to derail a train.
fuck, I didn't know that.
Buffalo, the species' bulls, can weigh up to 2,800 pounds in the wild and a staggering 3,800 pounds in captivity.
Okay,
That's about as heavy as the average car. They
yeah.
own massive heads, pronounced muscular humps, and giant forequarters. Their short, curved horns are used as defensive weapons and to fight for status within the herd. Despite its mass and seemingly lethargic movements, a charging bison can get up to 40
It'll
miles
jack
per
you up.
hour.
40
To put that into
fucking miles.
perspective,
Jesus.
Usain Bolt's speed record topped out at 27.8 miles.
And he ain't that big, is he?
Historically,
No.
these creatures used to roam the continent
Did he?
in vast herds.
Is he?
The spread of bovine diseases from domestic cattle and commercial hunting brought the creatures to the brink of extinction. They went from over 60 million in the late 18th century to only a few hundred thousand towards the end of the 19th century.
Yikes.
Recovery efforts spared its extinction, and the American bison is now mainly restricted to reserves and national parks. That That's where
Still
a number
brutal,
of
but
human encounters have occurred in the past decades.
ungrateful.
1980 to 1999.
Give you these
at
parks
Yellowstone
and you just
National
come and
Park
swish us.
alone, bison attacked 3 times more people than bears. During this
3
period,
times
there
more
were
people than
3
bears. That's a fact I didn't know.
In addition to numerous reports.
Is that just because they're more out in the open and we get closer to them? False sense of security?
They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at They Will Kill You.
Once again, check the link in the description if you want to check this guy's channel out and get some of his merch and all that sort of stuff.
Number 1, moose.
A moose! Yeah, a moose. We got nothing like a moose. It's fucking huge.
Dear family. And even though they get in a fair share of vehicle collisions, moose most definitely deserve their own entry on our list. They're creatures of many extremes, as the largest and heaviest of all deer species. Exceptional bulls stand.
They poison the maple syrup and kill lots of people.
At the shoulder.
That was a horrible attempt at a Canadian joke.
NBA superstar LeBron James. They're massive antlers.
Wait, what about LeBron?
Span close to 6 feet from tip. Exceptional bulls stand more than 6 foot 9 inches at the shoulder.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Meaning they're taller than NBA superstar LeBron James.
Yeah, they're fucking huge creatures.
Massive antlers can span close to 6 feet from tip to tip. So you could horizontally fit the average American male between them.
Yikes.
The largest bulls weigh close to 2,000 pounds, almost twice as much as a grand piano. Moose are not only monsters in terms of
strange reference, but okay.
temperament. When it comes to raw data, they attack more people than wolves and bears combined.
I didn't know that.
Perfectly capable of killing both predatory species. They injure more humans than any other animal in the Americas, and are second only to hippos in worldwide attacks.
Wow!
They can charge people and inflict devastating injuries with their antlers.
Yeah,
One common sign of an imminent charge is that the hairs on its neck and shoulders will stand up.
Like get up on its hackles.
Moose are surprisingly limber, and unlike other large-hooved animals, they can kick in all directions. Not that you should ever do it. But this means there's no safe way to approach them. Thanks for
so
watching.
don't. Why would ya?
Rather be charged by a bison or get a roundhouse kick from a prime Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris.
Let us know in the comments section below.
Chuck Norris, without a doubt. I'd just ask him to kick me in the leg or something. Break my leg, you know? You can't reason with a bison before he does it. I'm sure he's a reasonable dude, right? Like, I don't know much about him. Then again, like, he's in the South and he's old, so he might not be. That's unfair. But you know what I'm saying. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Is Chuck Norris actually a reasonable dude? Or is he a bit of a dick now in age? We'll all become dicks with age. That's, you know, one of the blessings of getting old and all that, right? Why am I still talking? Why am I still talking? These people give me money to talk and stuff. I like money. Turning some of yours into mine would be cool, because then I can spend it on shit. Failing that, just poke around the channel and, like, get hit with the ads that are on my videos, because that gives me money too. If you like this video, hit the like button on the video. If you liked it a lot, hit the super thanks button if it's there. As I said, money, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments section below what you think I should react to. I poked around some other reaction channels to see videos that like get a lot of views and stuff, and so I'm going to react to those, as well as all my regular playlists. Check my regular playlists out, and why am I still talking? I'll see you when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks heaps for watching.